All right, listen, I need you to grow up, okay? The one thing that everyone's going to tell you, all the even hardcore motherfuckers, I don't want to gatekeep how to play the game, but the one thing that's real is your first playthrough can never be replicated. I speak for everyone in chat right now when I say no one cares if you're playing the DLC or you're playing the main game as long as you're playing it the first time. This game is just as good as the DLC will be. The DLC is just made for everyone who has nothing left from the main game. Living at the exact same time as Miyazaki, I feel like is the same thing as living at the same time as some great author, but Shakespeare or something else. I know it's just video games, but this guy is truly an amazing man. You know, he's one of the only people in Japan in their company to go from the mailroom to CEO within his own lifetime. You know how impossible that is in Japanese work culture? He went, and then when he made Dark Souls 1, then he got his funding cut because it was too radical. And then they brought him back because they realized Dark Souls 1 became a cult classic. Then he made Dark Souls 3, and Dark Souls 2 was made with his support. And then they made Bloodborne, and then he became the CEO of the fucking company. That's impossible in Japanese work culture.
Launders, you're making me tee up. I'm not even kidding. I'm mad, bro. I'm actually.
You're playing a very special franchise. Okay, you know Christopher Nolan, when he made Inception, that was his magnum opus. Okay, that was his big moment as a director. When Denis Villeneuve has made Dune, this is you're living at the same time as these great directors making their magnum opus. They're, you know, the most important thing in their career. That's Elden Ring for Miyazaki. Okay, and you're worried about the DLC that comes out and then it's there for you forever to play, and you want to rush it. Let me tell you, when it's all done, and then you go and finish Dark Souls 1, and you go and finish Dark Souls 3, and you go and finish Bloodborne, and you play Dark Souls 2 because there's nothing left, and then you play Sekiro, and then you're left with nothing except a memory that your first playthrough, you rushed through, didn't play it blind, used magic, used summons, didn't beat it the hard way, didn't learn all the boss patterns, because you didn't believe in yourself. When you get better at Elden Ring, the game does not get harder. Remember that, okay? And that's what made me start playing. And now that I've played through every single other one, I've done a level 1 run of Dark Souls 3, I've got all these tattoos, I watched tons of people play for the first time. Now I understand what it's like to have no content left.
Wow.
So do it for us, okay? I gotta go.